This is that smoky patty jollof rice. This is the type you step down with a bottle of chilled drink. We all love patty jollof. Here's how to make it. Just before I start explaining things, I'd like to let you all know that if you don't have like fresh tomatoes and all of these things on the screen, I'm going to have other jollof videos on how to make tasty smoky jollof rice without all of this. So I just washed this up and chopped them up as you can see on the screen. And the one by the left, the one on the red plate, is just some ginger, garlic, peppers, and onions that I was going to spice the chicken with. So I blended that and I set it aside. Then for the other ones, the ginger, the garlic, tomato, spring onion, I put into the air fryer and I air fried this on 200 degrees Celsius for 25 minutes. For jollof rice, you want to use a lot of tatashe for this because fresh tomatoes don't give your jollof rice color. What is going to give it color is the tatashe and tomato paste. So this is it after it's been air fried for 25 minutes. So I blended everything up. Every single ingredient used in this video is going to be in the description box because even if I list it, you may not be able to get some things, but everything is going to be in the description box. So I blended that with just little water until it formed a puree. Now I washed rice, and for this I use Abakaliki rice. This isn't soggy. It doesn't get soggy. This is a very good rice, but whether you're using basmati or whatever, the process is the same. So I just washed this until the water ran clear and I soaked it in hot water. So I soaked it in hot water until I was ready to use it, but you can just soak it in hot water for 20 minutes and discard the hot water. So I did not parboil the rice. For this jollof rice, I used chicken, but if you ask me honestly, my go-to protein for jollof rice anytime, any day is beef because the taste is just, it takes it to a whole new level. Anyway, I spiced this with some thyme, curry, the blended marinade, and I stirred that up and I let it cook on low heat until it was soft enough. So if you don't know, I have a blog where I write and upload recipes. On there, I have a post on how to make a yummy, tasty meat. Hopefully, I'm going to be able to do a video on that soon as well. So I cooked this until it was soft and I took it out of the broth and I air fried the meat. So you can actually fry the meat before this or you can air fry it and set it aside. So in a pot, you want to use an aluminium pot, put in a little bit of oil, put in some curry, and immediately I put in the curry powder, just 30 seconds because you don't want this to burn. If it burns, you're not going to like the taste. It's going to be bitter. So I put that and let it stay for 30 seconds and I put in the bay leaf, I put in some onion and some spring onion, and then the building of flavor has started. It has started from the moment we put in that curry. So I let this saute for a minute and I went in with the roasted blended puree. So because this has been roasted, it's kind of like dehydrated, so it's not going to take so much time for it to fry. And after that fried for about 3 minutes, I went in with tomato paste. This is my favorite tomato paste to use for jollof, my favorite. Ever since I've been using this since last year, I've not turned back. It is so good. I fried this until the oil floated on top. That's how you know your base is ready and it doesn't taste sour anymore. So once it had fried to my satisfaction, I put in the meat stock and in went nutmeg. I always like to use nutmeg for jollof rice. It's part of the flavor building. And I put in some more spices. I stirred that and let it come to a boil. Look at how thick that looks. So once it had boiled, I drained the rice that was soaked in hot water and I just put in the rice into the pot and I stirred this. I tasted it. I needed to adjust some seasonings and I just did that. I reduced the heat to the lowest, cover the pot tightly and just let it cook. If there's need for you to add water, just add water without stirring the rice, right? So when the water was almost dried up, I went in with some onions for garnish and I stir that up. Something you have to know is that you have to let this rice burn. If this rice doesn't burn, you're not going to get the smoke. And you want it to burn on low heat, first of all. Allow it burn on low heat for a good 5 minutes. Like, Burning on low heat just gives it that time to build up the burning and for everything to marry together properly. This rice was so good. I got a lot of good reviews from family and friends. Let me know if you're going to try this, or if you do try it, let me know how that turned out for you. Thank you all so much for watching. I would see you in my next video. Bye.